In the opening lines of Isaiah chapter 1, ancient Judah maintained a pristine outward appearance of religion. They attended the temple and observed the feasts. But behind closed doors, they practiced injustice, robbing the fatherless, oppressing the poor, and neglecting the widow. The Lord's long-suffering and patience with this hypocrisy has reached its absolute limit. In verse 24, the Lord declares, "Ah, I will ease me of mine adversaries, and avenge me of mine enemies." These adversaries are not foreign invaders like Assyria or the Philistines. The threat comes from within, the wicked citizens hiding inside Judah itself. The era of divine patience is over, giving way to an inescapable day of reckoning. In verse 25, the Lord reveals his intent is not total destruction, but to purely purge away the dross and tin, inferior impurities mixed into valuable metal. Separating pure silver from worthless dross requires the intense heat of a furnace. Judah is the corrupted metal, and God is turning up the fire. Historically, this physical purging arrived through devastating military invasions. The Assyrians struck first, followed by the complete conquest of the Babylonian Empire. This relief carving on the Arch of Titus shows Roman soldiers carrying away the menorah from the temple. It serves as historical evidence that this refining fire continued for centuries, resulting in the brutal Roman destruction of Jerusalem. Verses 26 and 27 outline the ultimate purpose of this fire, the restoration of righteous judges and the redemption of Zion. This photograph from 1948 captures David Ben-Gurion declaring the establishment of the State of Israel. It serves as a modern echo of the restoration that began in 538 BC, when the Jews returned from Babylonian captivity. Through these historical fires, a remnant is always preserved. God weaponizes judgment to purify and protect his covenant people, not to erase them. Verse 28 describes the starkly different fate for those who openly rebel and refuse to repent: total destruction. They do not make it out of the fire. Doctrine and Covenants 76 separates the unrepentant into two streams: spirit prison for those who died without the law, and hell for those who willfully forsake the Lord. Hell is the ultimate consuming purge, the final destination for those failing to be refined. Verse 29 explains that the wicked will ultimately be ashamed of the oaks and gardens they once desperately desired. These gardens were sacred groves dedicated to idolatrous worship, human sacrifice, and immoral practices. Verse 30 warns they become as an oak whose leaf fadeth, and as a garden that hath no water. Life separated from God rapidly decays. Spiritual rebellion is inherently unsustainable. Whatever false strength idolatry provides inevitably withers into desolation under the heat of judgment. Isaiah leaves us with a final warning in verse 31. The strong will become as tow, dry flax kindling, and the maker of it will act as a spark. When the smallest spark hits that dry tow, the reaction is immediate, resulting in a sudden, unquenchable blaze. This destruction is self-inflicted. The sins they have gathered act as the fuel for the very fire that consumes them. When historical consequences like the Babylonian army arrive, no amount of wealth, status, or power acts as a shield against the flames. God's fire is a universal reality, but its specific outcome is determined by the material it touches. The same fire that melts and purifies silver violently consumes dry kindling. God purges to preserve, restores to fulfill his covenant, and warns of the spark now so that total destruction might be avoided.